G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are yet again starting another episode in camp. Although this is a very different looking camp. I'm not entirely sure if this is maybe a unique one. Maybe we only have the one opportunity in this camp. Who knows? Because we are sort of on the way to Baldur's Gate. And apparently we can see it off in the distance already, though I don't really see where that army is exactly, and I was sort of thinking whether or not we will be ending up in Baldur's Gate pretty much, you know, as soon as we wake up on the next day. I'm gonna have a chat with everyone, obviously, just to see if anyone has anything new to contribute. I'm guessing everyone will.
Well met.
Or not. I don't see Volo anywhere.
I'm listening.
Maybe Volo's tucked away somewhere. But yeah, we haven't really done anything with Volo, and Volo hasn't really said anything new since that one time that we rescued him, saved him. Is that... Hang on.
Anything of use?
Maybe that's just like some loot. It is some loot. Let's grab the beer. Okay, who else is there? Jahira's just over here, so gonna have a chat with her.
I should speak up.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Soluna cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step.
Now that we're traveling together, I realize I don't really know much about you.
That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme.
Is it true that you fought the Dead Three before?
It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
I don't really know much about Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, but I wonder if she's like some kind of returning character. Possibly. Wise and wizened elder. You're not that old, are you?
I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
Okay. Wanted to ask you something else.
Ask it.
You mentioned you know something of Illithids.
More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
Who are you speaking to? Maybe I'm the parasite, puppeting this body.
Then, greetings, Sir Tadpole. I was wondering where all the questions suddenly sprang from.
Alright. Good. I kind of like her character, although she does seem a little bit prickly, doesn't she? What else do we have going on around here? I suppose I shouldn't really waste too much time looking in every single container, not in the camp. We can do that when we're adventuring. So... who else am I looking for? I sort of want to keep Shadowheart for last. What's the difference when you have someone who's in green and someone who isn't? I don't know if that means they have something new to say, or... So Karlak is out here, Aelin and Isabel.
Hey, soldier.
Scratch is here. The goodest boy.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
I'm not entirely sure if there's anything that would progress with Scratch, to be honest. It'd be cool if there was something.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
Do we have anything more to say in this option?
What would you like to know?
Not really.
Anytime.
Okay, so... Gale?
What's on your mind?
I suppose maybe we have exhausted most of our conversations with everyone last time, thinking that we weren't going to have a camp to go through, or a long rest to go through, first thing in Act 3. Astarion has something new though.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperious soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem, the world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
It sounds as if you envy him.
Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
I don't know. Raphael said the Ascension was lethally diabolical.
Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
All that matters to me is that you're safe.
Look, I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, of course. All I'm saying
sorry.
is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more. And be finely positioned for yours truly. to ascend.
But my thoughts on that is everyone else would probably want to do the same, which means everyone's going to be busy trying to backstab each other. No? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this ritual thing, but I do want to help him at least see it through. Perhaps maybe at the very least, getting rid of Cazador. I don't know about elevating any one vampire to, you know, vampire king, so to speak. I promise to help you stop Cazador. I won't promise anything else.
If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
I wonder if we'll run into that monster hunter again. I get the feeling we will. Let's have a chat with these two.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
You should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
Yeah, do we have a few more questions?
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Okay, we've already asked her that question though. So, back we go, and I think that was everyone. Have I missed anyone? I don't think so. Yeah, let's have a chat with Shadowheart.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Let's talk about the relationship.
Of course.
Let's try kissing her.
Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
I want to end things between us. Jeez. That would be very abrupt. How are you?
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
I want to talk about all that's happened to us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation.
So,
Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less.
So we can ask something very similar to Holson. Does that indicate who we can actually court, or perhaps maybe you have to get like your approval up to a certain point before you'd be able to ask those questions? Maybe. I mean, we've got the approval of almost everyone, including Lae'zel here. I guess there was that one time where she sort of offered herself to us. and we declined. So perhaps maybe I've already, you know, removed any chance of courting her. But Holson, maybe he might still be interested, but I mean, we're going with Shadowheart all the way. Alright, so I think we just need to go to sleep at this stage and see what happens next.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
I don't know, I like response 1 and 3. When the moment comes, I'll do what feels right.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
We're under attack. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Okay, I was not expecting a Gith attack, and we are not so prepared, are we? I don't even have any of my companions, like, sorry, not companions, but I don't have any of my, my summons, rather. And we don't have Longstrider. What the hell is this? Her voice. Commanding 1 to 6 damage per turn. I guess this is maybe a thing with Vlaakith? Gith Zerai Mind Barrier. Yep. Okay. Where are our enemies here? Only 3 that I can see so far. I don't know if we've been surrounded. It doesn't look like it. All these guys seem unarmed. Perhaps maybe they're like monks or something. Deflect missiles. Wow, okay. That's problematic. Key empowered strikes. Why does this one already have, like, damage taken? That's strange. Advanced unarmored movement. Okay, so they'd be able to move quite quickly. Evasion. We've got extra attacks. Dexterous attacks. Monk weapons and unarmed attacks scale with your dex. Okay. Deft strikes. Unarmed attacks deal 1 to 8 bludgeoning damage unless their normal damage is higher. Stillness of mind. Automatically remove charmed and frightened. Okay. Well, blue is going first. I'm not entirely sure if perhaps maybe something like this would be a good move to start things off. I think so. They're all gonna have to traverse down here. If they jump, I wonder if they would take damage from jumping. Let's pull blue back this way. And I think I'm happy not really doing anything else. I could take a potion of speed. Try and get a few more attacks in. We've got 10 of these. It's only 3 enemies. It's not like the craziest thing we've ever seen, although I'm just a bit worried about their abilities. Let's not worry about consuming anything. And we'll see what these guys can do. Find familiar, scratch. What? It's a permanent thing. Summon the best boy. Scratch's keen nose can discover many things hidden around the world. I mean, absolutely, but we'll have to do that later, though. Okay, let's end our turn. That is weird. They're using dash, but they're not even moving. Is that because of the spikes that we've set down? Probably. I probably don't want to step on it, and therefore they've just decided to stay there. Weird. I don't know what to think of that exactly. Pushing attack. I think I'll try and see if I can do some ranged attacks here. This is the one leading the charge. I wonder if it's different in any way. Doesn't look like it. Let's do brace. And let's take this attack. Damn. I'm gonna move forward a little bit.
No holding back.
Do I want to do a melody? So I could do that, or I could just cast stuff, and I think that's probably a better option, to be fair. We'd also do haste, but we'll need to recover that after a long rest. Pact of the Blade. Yeah, we could do that. Could get these two with Flame Strike. Maybe that's a decent play. We've only got a few rounds to try and get through the portal though, so that does actually worry me a little bit. Fiendish Resilience. Let me just have a look at that. Okay, so there's quite a lot of different options here. I think unarmed attacks deal bludgeoning damage, is that how I'm reading things? Or... yeah, I'm not sure. I could do bludgeoning resistance. Let's move Will up a little bit.
No time to waste.
Block the area off. Yeah, I think that's fine. Nice. Oh! Okay, well, the spike growth is now gone. Yeah, let's do Insect Plague. I think that's probably a good idea. Just trying to see if there's anything else worthwhile. Or I could, like, block off this area. So how does this get used? Oh, okay, right, I need to draw it. That seems pretty good to me. How far can I do the wall? Pretty far. Maybe I could even do that and just get them in some damage immediately. Maybe. Let's do it. Okay. And Wode's Ensnaring Strike. I think that's decent. Flame Blade. Shillelagh.
I shall see to it.
Nice.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you!
Yep. Let's take it. Nice. And we are on the low ground, which is problematic.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I think we might get the cull here. So... no, not quite. Alright. Can I get Hunter's Mark on one of these guys? Maybe it's not really required. Let's end our turn here, see what happens with these guys. Whoa. So... Oh, okay. More of them are coming through. What?
Let my name be known.
Jeez. Okay. I will take the action surge, I think. Can't reach the destination? What are you talking about? Click heals. Oh, I see.
This is my
Will's
time.
probably in the way, that's why. Slash the weak. He is going to take an attack of opportunity here. Let me just see if there is a way we can daze this guy or do something that would prevent that. Could topple, perhaps? Do prone damage? Thunderous Smite. Order 22 damage. Uses our action and bonus action. Once per short rest. I feel like we're definitely going to be taking a short rest after this anyway, so let's do it. Or not. Bloody hell. Shillelagh.
On the victor's path.
Okay, I do need to move, so I'm hoping this will miss. Nope. Zell, let's get you in there. A little bit more. Ah. Damn it.
On the victor's path.
Whatever may come, I stand ready.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
So, I don't really know what to expect, but I might move blue up in this direction. We'll take an arrow shot here. But I guess we're still in combat, and we just really need to make our way through the portal. I guess.
Sylvanus, preserve us! That orb's about to shatter!
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Okay, just before we continue though, one thing that I want to get done is just like hide that silly looking helm. Let's do a short rest immediately. And yeah, let's make our way. What? There are these devourers which are friendly to us. What is going on there? Zero? What? Let me bring other people into this fight. We could do Witch Bolt. That's decent. I can bring Will up a little bit. Lae'zel. Oh, I can jump her right into the action. Yes, please. Let's do that. Okay, but she's not going next. Bloody hell.
Yes.
Olsen? We'll get you up in the front as well. Again, not going immediately. That's okay.
Battle favors the fearless.
We can do Fiendish Resilience again. I think I will. If we're fighting Gith, perhaps maybe the majority of them are going to be monks of some kind. And perhaps maybe repeating what we did before with the bludgeoning damage might be good. Or am I not understanding things correctly? Deft strikes. Attacks with monk weapons and unarmed damage deal 1 to 8 bludgeoning damage. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, let's do that. And I think that's all I really want to do.
What now?
Blue. I think it's probably wise to do Hunter's Mark here. Let's do it on the other guy. I wonder if we can get up that way. Perhaps maybe should have thought about that before jumping down. But if we could have jumped up here, we would have had the high ground. We might actually have a little bit of the high ground up here, perhaps. But yeah, let's end our turn. Yep, let's do it. Okay, still got mixed up in all of that, unfortunately.
Oak Father, harden my heart.
Let's see. It's only a singular target. I know this one's still alive, but I think Lae'zel will finish that one off. Could do hold person, maybe? Let's try. I've never used hold person before. Nice. Okay. And we may as well use Shillelagh. It doesn't cost us a spell slot. Or do we do Flame Blade? We'll do Shillelagh. Can this be cast on someone else? Maybe not. Maybe it has to be on ourselves.
Swift and lethal.
Let's do enough damage, please. Ah, oh, or not. There we go. So, hang on. I need to understand what hold person means. Cannot move or take actions, bonus actions or reactions. Attacks against the entity are always critical hits if the attacker is within 3 meters. And it's for 10 turns, which means... So even if you manage to get an attack off on this person, then they won't, you know, get out of the state, if you will, which means they'll still remain held. I do like that. Let's use a pommel strike here. Nice crit, thanks to the hold. Maybe I should be using hold person a lot more in that case. I don't know if I can reliably get it to land every single time though.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Okay, so we are still in combat, apparently. Come to the skull. Like, how do I get there? Maybe through this pathway? Should we be looting stuff? I don't really know.
Think you can take me on?
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Let's try and get some loot. I hope we're not, like, in a race for time or anything like that.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
That does make me stressed out a little bit. Can I jump up this way? I can.
Yeah, I think.
Sure.
I need you now.
Light on my feet.
Yeah, so I can jump down there. Gaseous form. Oh. Okay, stuff is happening down there.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
I was gonna say, maybe now's our chance to summon animals and stuff, but I feel like I need to get into this thing pretty quickly.
Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Oh man. I'm so confused and I have a lot of mixed feelings about what to do now. Because this Githyanki is likely the one in the stories, right? This Orpheus. I think the name is Orpheus. But then, like, do these mind flayers have any other intentions after, you know, everything settles with the Elder Brain that we're trying to defeat? Maybe I'm just looking into things too far ahead and maybe overthinking things. Prove to me that you are who you say.
You saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Ursula Night Soul from her soul cage. Your continued existence as yourself and not a mind flayer should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
We could try to read its thoughts. Sure. Guidance. Yikes. We've got inspiration, so let's do it.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warg pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
I'm surprised that Lae'zel hasn't already weighed in on what's happening. Alright. Let's join the Mind Flayer. And we're just gonna have to see where things get taken from there.
Together, we can turn the tide.
Oh boy. 136 HP. Orphic Faber. While within 18 meters of Prince Orpheus, the affected entity has resistance to psychic damage and a +3 bonus to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. One thing that's not entirely sure, or I'm not entirely sure of, is whether or not Orpheus here is being held by the Illithid, or if they're being held by the Gith. We sort of didn't see anything that would explain what's happening with his situation exactly. Is there a way for us to get to high ground? There's a bit of high ground up here, potentially. Conjure barrage melee weapon or ranged weapon. Ah, okay. Bit of a cone. Is this the same? It is. Level 3 spell slot. This is also a level 3. Would be better if there were a few targets within the vicinity, but they all seem unarmed. So... let's do just a few normal attacks against this one in the front. And I do want to reposition blue so that we've got a bit of high ground here. Perhaps maybe we can Misty Step up that way eventually. Yeah, let's do it. That's not a lot of damage. Where's everyone else? Oh. Oh. That is a big problem. Ooh. Ooh, nice.
For my prince's honor!
Okay, at least there is a little bit of fodder here for them to try and deal with first. Yeah, the rest of our party, we do need to bring them in. I'm gonna do a goading attack here. Nice. And I'll take a normal attack. Or should I use another one of our dies here? I could do menacing, actually. If we get frightened on, then he's not going to really be too much of a problem for anyone sort of coming in this way. Very nice. I could do action surge, but I think I'll save that for a little bit later. Probably don't need second wind just yet, but I could do rally for blue. Okay, let's end our turn. Okay, these guys, bloody hell. Yeah, they are so far away. I wonder if I can jump from here down to there. That would be nice.
2 steps at a time.
We shall carry the day.
And yeah, I can't do Misty Step now. If I grant flight though, that's not really going to give me additional movement though, right? I'm still gonna have to wait for the next turn. Let's at the very least get ourselves as close to where we need to sort of jump from.
That is where I'm needed.
Destroy the honor guard.
Really? That is so disappointing. Yeah, I suppose I should try and finish this guy off first and foremost. Why are we dealing such little damage? Is it because of the deflect missiles? It might be. Reduce the damage, okay. From a ranged weapon attack by 1d10. Yeah, okay, that explains it. Not ideal. Alright. Perhaps move... Oh, I don't know. I think I should stay in this position, just in cover, to avoid getting any attacks from these guys. He's probably going to try and get in close to us and deal some attacks. Ooh, very nice. Ah, okay. Have hold person there. Oh no. Yeah, that's a problem. Will. Let's go. Not enough movement. That's too far.
Finding my way.
Yeah, let's do it. Very good.
I shall not yield. On my way.
Let's see. Mass cure wounds. I could do that. Sacrifice a level 5. Not everyone's in though, so maybe that's not the best option. Maybe something like that. Ice knife. Or I could do hold person on this guy as well. Bit of revenge. Let's try it. Nice, we get a little bit of reverb as well. Not that that's really going to do too much for now. Please do something a little bit more amazing. Really? I had such high expectations for you. I am gonna try and get myself out of trouble here. Just put myself over there. Oh yeah, should I even be taking these attacks? Ranged attacks don't seem to be the best option for these guys. That was a bit of damage though. Perhaps maybe they chose not to react that time. Right, let's end our turn. Oh no, please don't push us. Charm. Oh, Lord. Okay. How did we lose all of our superiority die? Maybe from some of the reactions. Soulbreaker. Yeah, let's do it. Gonna do my action surge here. Please die. Thank you. %, 55%. Maybe we do the pushing attack, actually. Actually, does this need a superiority die? Why does it say on miss does not spend superiority die? I don't get that. Nice. Okay. I think I'm gonna try and position myself to try and jump up here. Give Blue a bit of a hand. Actually, do we want second win, or do we want to try and get in close to enemies? So I could do Misty Step or click heals. I think I'll go with some more HP. Just in case.
Forever dauntless.
Penalty to Charisma, Wisdom, and Intelligence saving throws. Affected creatures receive an extra 1 to 4 thunder damage for 5 turns. How much HP does this guy have? Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to beat them this round. We may as well do Shriek, I think. Pummel Strike. Bit of extra damage there from the Shriek as well, so that's good. They are actually dazed, so I could perhaps try to pull back a little bit, but I may as well keep Will engaged.
Enemies afoot.
He's also got the bludgeoning resistance. Wonder if I should be healing, but I think we should focus on attacking. We'll give Lightning Bolts a try. Seems a bit wasteful that we don't have additional targets, but... Or we go Ice Knife. I'll try and deal as much damage as possible. Nice. Do I go bear form? Maybe not. Let's end our turn there. Wow, finally something impressive. I've been waiting for something like that. So one more enemy to go. We'll be able to finish this, I think. Will we? Definitely doing another short rest immediately after this, so... Yeah, let's take our 2 attacks. Cull, please? Nice!
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
Yeah, I need answers as well. I ask again, who are you? And I'm going to need a name this time.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
So, are you going to tell me what this battle was about?
We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus' mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus' mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself Queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prism?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was imprisoned. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Vlaakith will be finished.
I don't exactly feel good about keeping Orpheus, restrained and locked up. Are we not able to just ally ourselves with him to sustain that protection, I wonder? Were you imprisoned here too?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me.
The more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
Yeah, I don't know about that. If we can, we'll still try to cure ourselves. I'm trying to avoid becoming a mind flayer. I thought you agreed to protect me.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
Beauty. I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. If you can evolve me, why can't you stop Ceramorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
So what does that mean? Does that mean I would become a mind flayer? Or does it just give us, like, are we just evolving a little bit? Do you know what I mean? Like, does it give us additional illithid powers to unlock? What would that entail?
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Nope.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it.
What? Well, we said no.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Oh man, we only have one more inspiration. No, I won't do it. This could go very, very badly. Yes! Ah, that was a bit nerve-wracking.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then, until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution, and your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
Oh, wow. Well, that was a lot of revelations. I'm surprised that Lae'zel is not feeling more strongly about the situation. And yeah, I suppose there's no real way for us to ally ourselves with Orpheus. Anyway, guys, I think this is going to be the episode for now. Obviously, when we come back, we'll have a look around the area. We'll have more conversations with, you know, the Emperor, as he calls himself. And we'll see where things take us from there. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop me a like if you did. As usual, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.